Before today's video, it might be a good idea for you to jump in my free Discord server. It's a great place to build and share your crypto knowledge and connect with like-minded, ambitious individuals. It's for people of all experiences, whether you're a crypto newbie or a seasoned professional. So jump in and network with me and an ever-growing community of intellectuals. Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today I'll be showing you 3 AI coins of varying risk levels: a blue chip high cap project, a mid cap, and a small cap. The reason I do this is because I know that those who watch my videos are all of varying risk appetites and capital levels, so I'm trying to cater to everyone as best as I can. People are often confused what the different caps means in terms of valuations. This is pretty subjective from person to person and there's no right answer, but as a rule of thumb you could say that a blue chip high cap project is within the top 100 coins or over $1 billion in valuation. Mid caps can range between 100 million to under $1 billion, and small caps are below 100 million. Micro caps are the true degen plays where the coin is valued at a few $1,000,000 or even less. I know a lot of you guys like to have fun with these kinds of projects. As long as we all make money, that's all that really matters. All of the projects I'll be mentioning in today's video are very undervalued right now, down from their all-time highs, down from their recent highs too. So there's significant growth potentials and very high strong use cases for all of these coins. Nothing here is obviously financial advice, but you're doing something right in crypto if you invest in these types of projects. AI has been taking a little bit of a breather lately. We had memes and real-world assets take over the spotlight in recent weeks, but this will be the strongest player this upcoming cycle in crypto, so now is the best time to prepare by buying these tokens at discounted rates. When the pendulum swings back around, you'll be glad you had the knowledge and know-how to be buying AI coins now. Looking at the market cap of AI coins in crypto today, CoinMarketCap says it's $36 billion, which first of all, is stupidly undervalued. I mean, Dogecoin itself is valued higher than that. And 2, is a bit of a catfish because this includes AI and data tokens. So, it's not a true representation, but all roads lead to the same answer, which is we are ridiculously early and super undervalued right now. The blue chip AI project for this cycle, in my opinion, is going to be BitTensor or Tau. Now, this is my highest conviction AI play and one of my largest holdings. It's a very difficult project to wrap your head around, and it's incredibly complex and detailed. I can't fully analyze it in this video or it'll be hours long, but there are some great videos already on YouTube you can use to educate yourself if you want to know exactly what Tau is. To give purely the basics, BitTensor is a decentralized network that connects machine learning models similar to how neurons work together in the brain. It uses blockchain technology to facilitate this connection, ensuring security and transparency. Now, the network has its own cryptocurrency called Tau, which is used for incentivizing participants, governance, transactions within this ecosystem, and more. Miners in BitTensor contribute their machine learning models to the network, and they are rewarded with Tau tokens for their contributions. The way it works is when a question is asked, so to speak, multiple models provide their answers, and the network uses a consensus mechanism to determine the best response. The chosen answer is then sent back to the user, and the miner who provided it receives Tau tokens as a reward. So you can stake Tau as well and earn some pretty juicy rewards. If we look here, we can see that for staking you get about 15.5% APR, and if you're validated you get about 19%, so pretty decent, and the rewards are paid out daily and compound depending on which validator you choose to stake to. I think I currently stake mine to Roundtable 21 who pay out daily, and that's pretty good, pretty reliable. So over here on the side we can see something called subnets, which are again pretty confusing, but essentially they are specialized sections within the larger BitTensor network, each focusing on specific tasks or functions related to AI or computing resources. So think of them as separate units or zones within the BitTensor ecosystem, each with its own purpose and set of rules. Now, the standout features about these is they all have different specialist functions. For example, there might be subnets dedicated to training AI models, storing and managing data. There could be decentralized GPU subnets as well. It's all decentralized, so there's decentralized markets taking place as well. It's all interconnected. There's incentive mechanisms built within in terms of you can get paid in Tau, encouraging more participation and contributions from the users. And there might even be, I saw in the future, each subnet to potentially launch their own token on top of the Tau blockchain. So again, further incentive. And they're all very customizable and tailored to meet specific needs for different projects or applications. So as of very recently, I believe only a few days ago, if I look here, the 11th of April, so about a week, Tau actually launched onto Binance, which is, incredibly bullish. This is a tier 1 exchange, one of the leading exchanges in the world. So to get, the future, in my opinion, leading AI project on an exchange like Binance is incredibly bullish. opens up to so many retail members. And I believe Coinbase will be next. The way it's looking, you know, Tau is getting more and more eyes, more and more attention, and it's only a matter of time, in my opinion, before Coinbase gets their hands on some Tau, and you know, that is just everyone and their mothers could be buying it. But one interesting thing I would like to point out regarding the market is when Tau launched, we can see it wicked all the way up to $1,250 before, you know, obviously didn't close there. But it's just a little interesting point to make here. Given the potential of Tau, we can see currently it sits at about $475, down quite a bit. We'll get onto that later. But yeah, just an interesting point. I don't think many people will know that it's on Binance now. But here we go. Naturally, in the future, I believe a lot of comparison will be drawn between Tau and Bitcoin. Firstly, obviously, in the name, you know, you got Bitcoin here and you got BitTensor. And it's going to sound very stupid, but little things like even the name, it just sounding like Bitcoin, a lot of retail investors may even see it that way. They will compare it to Bitcoin in its early stages, you know, when Bitcoin was really cheap. It's got similar, pretty much the same tokenomics, 21 million max supply. It's got a halving schedule as well built into it. Same release schedule, therefore. And we can see here that Bitcoin's meant to be decentralized sound money. We've got decentralized or incentivized AI or machine learning. Bitcoin fights government fiat. This fights centralized AI, and Bitcoin's your own real money. And they say BitTensor is your own transparent artificial intelligence. So yeah, the price of Tau today is $475, giving it a market cap of 3.1 billion. And a fully diluted market cap of about $10 billion. Now, I wouldn't pay much attention to this because I believe by the time that all the Tau tokens are in circulation, it's going to be like gone 2070. So, you know, like 50 years from now. I mentioned previously it follows the same halving and emission schedule as Bitcoin. But volume is very good. Look at that, $44 million worth of volume, which is crazy. But yeah, if we look at the all-time chart, the data for CoinMarketCap isn't accurate because at the start, BitTensor was over the counter. And I actually faded it at $18, I believe, because I just couldn't wrap my head around the project. And there wasn't as much information known about Tau back then as there is now. But it's a bit of a kick of the teeth, knowing I could have gone at $18. But going from the chart here, we can see, you know, $90, it went down to about, I believe, $35 there. I bought in at $50 personally. So yeah, we can see that was obviously the low. And it's just absolutely rocketed. And the recent high made was about just over $700. There we go, $750, let's say. So yeah, we can see here the all-time high was about $770 9 days ago, and we're down 40% from its recent all-time high, which is, you know, an excellent discount for something like BitTensor. Long-term wise, the potential for Tau is honestly, it's so hard to put a price tag on. My personal prediction is anything between $5,000 to $10,000 per Tau for this cycle. So within the next 12 to 18 months, purely because of its use case, its project, its AI, its comparisons with Bitcoin. It's literally called the Bitcoin of AI. So yeah, between 5 to 10K would be my personal prediction. But you know, the sky's the limit. I've seen tweets, I've seen people, specialists in the field saying if you can hold your Tau past 2030, we could see a Bitcoin-esque run going into, you know, tens of thousands of dollars per Tau. So yeah, if you're looking for a blue chip, low risk, still good reward project in crypto, BitTensor is the one. The second pick for today's video and the mid cap is Cubic. I've covered this one in a video on my channel already, and I really recommend checking it out as you'll understand exactly why I'm so bullish on this one. And obviously I can dive into a lot more detail in that video, but to keep it brief, they've updated their website since, and again, they do a good job now of explaining what it is. But it says here, the first ever useful proof of work layer 1 blockchain, be part of a journey to achieve true AI power powered by useful miners. And if we scroll down to their key features, we can quickly have a read. So we've got feeless transactions and offline payment verification. Cubic is one of the few layer 1s which doesn't charge for making value transfers. Finality ensures that the votes from the 451 computers, which is the quorum, are reliable for offline payment verification. And essentially how this works, there are 676 special nodes called computers in Cubic, and only 451 of these are required to be in sync and agree on a tick for it to be valid. We can see that it's open source, all the development is open and available on the GitHub. They say smart contracts with burn mechanisms and launched via an IPO with possibility of passive income. Now I'm not sure if too much information has been released on this, but again, it's got tick smart contracts and it's got a very, very good burn mechanism built into Cubic, which we will see in full effect in the coming months and years. AGARTH or AI Garth is obviously the AI element of Cubic, and it's built on top, and it gets this information from nearly 100,000 Cubic AI miners, and I believe that number is rapidly increasing as more and more people begin to mine Cubic. But they're essentially creating billions of artificial neural networks, or ANNs, with their computational power. And the end goal is to create an open source, true AI public available for everyone. Now, I don't believe Agarth has been launched yet, but it's in the works. And, as soon as that launches, wow, Cubic could just go parabolic. So we've also got the useful proof of work element to it. So it says instead of wasting the energy of our miners, they perform AI tasks for researching solutions for Agarth. Now, Bitcoin is often criticized for being extremely energy inefficient. However, Cubic solves this issue, and rather than waste the energy, they put it towards Agarth and researching solutions. Cubic is unique in the sense that it runs entirely on RAM, which is unlike traditional cryptos. So it spares the overheads of an operating system and enables incredibly fast transaction speeds of over 40 million TPS, which, you heard that right, 40 million, absolutely crazy, along with instant finality. So we've mentioned the quorum-based approach already for true finality, fast smart contracts, and decentralization. But there's also Oracle, so you can bridge between the digital blockchain environment and the outside world. They provide real-world data to smart contracts and the Cubic protocol. So it's currently only available on these 4 exchanges. We've got SafeTrade, TradeOgre, 7Seas, and BitConan. All of these are like tier 3, tier 4. If you're going to buy Cubic, please do not keep it on these exchanges. I do not know how reliable they are. And this is one of the gripes people have with Cubic. They're refusing to buy it right now purely because, it's not on Binance, Coinbase, or even KuCoin, Gate, Mexi. It's not on reliable, credible exchanges, and it can put people off. But for that reason, that is why the price is so low right now, because, everything we've discussed, this is a multi-billion dollar project, and it's currently sitting at, I believe, $400-500 million. So we've already discussed the artificial neural networks that Cubic is going to be building, and one of the ANNs is called the Teacher, and it's used to help solve their tasks more efficiently. The Teacher will modify ANNs using operations which humans cannot fully understand, and this approach allows for scalability, as the Teacher can train other teachers in the future, potentially leading to the emergence of true AI or singularity. Now, before achieving true AI, Agarth will be made public on the Cubic platform, where it can utilize smart contracts, Oracle machines, and outsourced computations to observe and experiment with the world. People can contribute their computational power to help Agarth solve AI-related tasks, with their progress transparently visible to everyone. Now, participants will be rewarded based on their performance in finding solutions for AI training, similar to Bitcoin mining, but this time with useful outcomes. So overall, very similar to BitTensor, Agarth aims to democratize AI development and ensure that AI benefits humanity as a whole. Another reason people are ridiculously bullish on Cubic is the team, and especially the founder. So he's called Come From Beyond, or otherwise known as Sergey Ivancheglo, and his CV in crypto is ridiculous. So he founded NXT and he co-founded IOTA, which is a top project. So he's obviously got the pedigree as well, and I've seen many people bullish on Cubic purely because of him. He's an absolute madman, he's got good banner, he talks a lot, develops a lot. And his own personal price prediction for Cubic is, I believe he said 1 cent. I'll put it over the screen if I can find what he said in the Discord. But usually I don't really like when developers or members of a team start doing, price predictions and stuff. But I still don't like it, but it's just interesting to see where his head is at and the future and ambition he has for Cubic. So aside from the dodgy exchanges that it's on, the other reason that I see people avoid buying Cubic is its tokenomics. They see that the max supply is that of 1,000 trillion and they think, why the hell would I buy this? It does look like a bit of a put-off. However, when you adjust the tokenomics to compare with Bitcoin, you can see how they are potentially better. Now, I've dived into more detail on this in my in-depth video, so I'll keep it brief. But the reason behind this is Bitcoin's lowest divisible unit is a Satoshi, which is 1/100th millionth of a Bitcoin. So whilst 1 Bitcoin is equal to 100 million Satoshis, 1 Cubic is only 1 Cubic. We can see when adjusting the figures exactly how this looks. The max supply once scaled down is only 10 million compared with 21 million for Bitcoin, whilst also being deflationary in nature. The weekly emissions, rather than being 1 trillion a week, are only 10,000 a week, compared with around 3,000 for Bitcoin following the halving. So Cubic have their DEX coming out soon, which is called QX, and I believe here's where we saw the earlier mentioned passive income generated from trading fees regarding this. Now, I believe QX, the release of QX is going to be a token burning event in itself, and I think there might be token burns included somehow within the DEX too, but yeah, this is on the horizon, which could be a potential bullish move up. The price today of Cubic is about $5,000 per billion. That's the way we say it rather than all these zeros, giving it a market cap of about $450 million and a fully diluted market cap of $5 billion. Now, I'm not sure whether we can take this at face value, simply because the max supply of cubic, the 1,000 trillion, will never be reached purely because of the burn mechanism, and I don't think this is taken into account. But we've got about 88, 89 trillion cubics in circulation right now. And if we look at the all-time price chart, this is another one I faded because there was even less information on cubic than BitTensor. I believe I found out about this maybe $1,000 per billion, so about a 5x away from here. This is again another one I'm really annoyed at that I missed. But yeah, we can see the rally here. You know, in the last few months, more and more people got wind of it. People started to understand the project, and it actually reached an all-time high of, I believe, maybe $12,000 per billion. Yeah, we see around that, and it's been on a downward trend since and kind of consolidating here. So it's a great buy opportunity to get in at around this price, and you buy in now, you're about 2x of this recent all-time high. So Cubic managed to reach $1 billion in market cap when it rallied up, which for a coin that's not on any major exchanges or reputable exchanges is absolutely insane. I don't know how it did that, but as soon as those exchanges come in, because they're literally around the corner, as soon as they come in, the price of Cubic is just going to go absolutely through the roof, in my opinion. We're not going to see prices like this for too much longer. Now, price prediction for Cubic, I can't do a price prediction simply because I can't factor in all the burn mechanisms that's going to happen. I've seen people saying, within 12 months it's going to be $100,000 per billion, going up to $300,000 per billion, who knows. But when you lay out the fundamentals and you look at the current market cap of 450 million, it could easily 100x from here and get to 30, 40, 50 billion dollars this cycle, let alone in the future. It could easily go $100 billion plus. We saw Cardano do an absolute massive run in the last cycle, and the technology here is better and the team here is better. Like, it's just, I don't know, I'm incredibly bullish on Cubic, and you could easily do anywhere between a 50 to 100x in the next 12 to 18 months. A lot of people are put off by the high market caps of the previously mentioned projects. They believe that they've had their run, there's not a lot of potential from now until the end of the bull cycle, which I guess is understandable. I can see why, if you're late to the party, you don't want to enter. But for all the degens out there, or the ones wanting to risk it all, the final coin in today's video is going to be AGC, or Devolved AI, or Argo coin. So this one is a decentralized, fair launch layer 1 blockchain dedicated to fostering global participation in the evolution of building AI models, dApps, and an advanced large language model called Athena. In a previous video I made on Devolved AI, I mentioned how good their website is. I encourage all of you to go on and have a read, because anything and everything you need to know about this project to fully understand it is just on their website. You don't need to dive into any white papers. You don't need to go through social media or ask through their Discord. It's all here, all easy to understand. But I'll just point out some of the basics. So we've discussed how it's a layer 1. It's got a focus on a large language model called Athena as well. And over here, why Devolved AI? It's by the people, for the people, incentivizes mankind's intelligence. It's got real world use cases, which we'll go into a little bit later. The technology is obviously revolutionary, and we've got an alternative against centralized AI. So you can see all of the projects mentioned today. Sorry, I'm mixing my words up, but all of the projects mentioned today already, there seems to be a common consensus against centralized AI, and it's going to be a massive problem in the future. Stuff like ChatGPT, stuff like BERT, things that can be controlled. Let's say so. Cubic, BitTensor, and Devolved AI, all of them have this common goal of being an alternative against centralized AI and being decentralized. All of them go about it in different ways, but that's essentially the goal. So if you're looking for artificial intelligence projects to invest in, you can't really go wrong looking at the decentralized ones. So AGC uses a proof of stake and a proof of value mechanism. We already know what a proof of stake is. You lock up your tokens, you stake them, and you earn rewards. But proof of value is a little bit different. So this obviously rewards contributions, but it calculates quality and quantity of user contributions and rewards them in AGC. Now, it obviously provides incentive for the chain and promotes growth of an ecosystem for developers and users to build upon their layer 1, but it promotes quality as well. So you can't just have, any developer, any random user to come and just build shit on their on their blockchain. It promotes, people to do a good job, because they know that if they do a good job and their dApp or whatever is getting used, they're going to be paid a lot more. Some of the real life use cases for AGCs mentioned on their website as well. So they mentioned medicine and pharmaceuticals, they mentioned education, research, GPU miners as well, offering miners the option to repurpose idle GPUs. Now there's a lot of projects out there that are doing this, and it's going to be huge in the future. So yeah, it's good to be ticking that box. But also, real world assets, gaming as well, and caters to content creators too. I think it's great that AGC lists some real life use cases. I don't see this enough in crypto projects, and the onus is typically on us as researchers to strategically analyze and figure it out ourselves. So credit to them on this one. The tokenomics for AGC are also excellent. So we've got a max supply of 100 million with about 46 million locked up for rewards in the proof of stake or proof of value. And obviously we saw that it was completely fair launched, which is absolutely great. Everyone has a fair chance. There was no pre-sale, so no VCs trying to dump on us. And we can see some partnerships down here as well. We got Kip Protocol coming out soon, Nuco Cloud, Stratos, which is a top project, and Checked. 2 more soon to be revealed. And my gripe in my previous video, which I mentioned, was whilst these are strong partnerships, none of these are really credible right now in the crypto space, in my opinion. Nothing here stands out like, wow, they're partnered with this or that. So yeah, that would be my only issue with their partnerships. So finishing through the website really quickly, we've got a roadmap, a lot of developments on the horizon. There's a good little table here comparing it with other large language models such as ChatGPT, BERT, MonAI, and ENQAI. We've got testimonials, which I had a problem with in their video because these people who are giving the testimonials, I have no idea who they are, so it's just a bit random. But team is huge, doxed, loads of experience here. All of them, you can see images, you can go on their LinkedIn's as well, I'm sure. But yeah, essentially that is AGC wrapped up in a nutshell. So AGC isn't properly listed on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko yet, so we're going to be on DEX tools. We can see that right now it's at a price of about 73 cents with a market cap of $36 million, so it's a very small cap in general. And the circulating supply right now is about 50 million. We saw the max supply was 100 million. 13,000 holders for a project that launched in December, start of this year, kind of is quite a lot of holders right there. But yeah, we can see the rally here. It rallied all the way up to about $2, maybe just over $2. And since then it's been down. I think there was some FUD regarding the project which drove it downwards. But right now 73 cents, we're about a 2.5, just under 3x off its recent all-time high. That could potentially be, like I said, due to the FUD, maybe because the narrative swung away from AI around this time as well. But what you're getting here for 73 cents at a market cap of 36 million, you're getting a layer 1 AI project. You've got a doxed incredible team. You've got a large language model in Athena. You got great tokenomics as well. And I don't believe it's currently on any major exchanges. I think it's again on tier 3, tier 2. Just double checking that. So it's on Uniswap on the Matic blockchain. So you're not going to have to worry about any expensive fees, but it's also on Bitmart. But yeah, no Gate, no Mexi, no KuCoin, nothing like that yet. So again, we're really early to this one, and there's plenty of potential upside left in it. So dealing in just multiples of 10, can it 10x and get to $360 million? Absolutely. In the height of a bull cycle, 300 million in the last bull run was just, there was so much crap in the projects. It's just everywhere, like 100, 200, 300, even up to around $1 billion. There were so many rubbish projects. I mean, if you want to include projects like Dogecoin, which went up to like 60, 70 billion dollars, then you can throw that in there as well. So, with the use cases that we've seen, it's AI, it's a layer 1, it's got a lot of legs in it. So, 10x puts it at 360 million, 100x puts it at 3.6 billion, both of which are completely achievable. So, a 10x at a price of $7 and then 100x about $70. Can't see why not. It's done 18% in the last 24 hours, which is quite frustrating because I actually made this video and it was on about 60 cents. Probably should have been quicker in getting it out. But yeah, regardless of which, this is an excellent buy price for AGC. But that's the video today wrapped up, guys. Now, AI, whilst it's going to be a massive sector in crypto, there's a lot of rubbish projects out there. And it's hard to discern between them, especially if you're new to the space. I see probably 3 or 4 different AI projects come out every day. Loads of people ask me to check this project, check that project. A lot of them are shit, like 95% of them are going to be terrible. So, you might be better off just playing it safe, looking at Cubic, looking at BitTensor. Stuff like Render, whilst they're top projects, purely because they were around in the previous bull cycle, I believe there's higher risk returns available in the newer coins. But just be wary, do your due diligence on these AI projects. If you want to see a part 2, because there's simply so many, let me know and I will cover maybe some micro caps. in the next one. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys so much for the support. We're closing in on 2,000 subscribers on the channel, so yeah, really excited to hit that. Leave a like, leave a comment, please subscribe, join the Discord, chat with me, throw your AI projects in the chat. Let's see what the community think, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you.